What's good, Dokkan Ninja Turtles? Welcome back to another video. So today we have a little juicy update from this whole animation fiasco that's happened and pretty much taken storm for Dokkan, had everybody in a chokehold for a little bit. We have a little bit of an update from that one, and then we're also going to talk about 8th year anniversary units, and I wouldn't even say closing thoughts for this anniversary because I already know most people's closing thoughts on this anniversary. But let's get into this video. So yes, starting off right off the bat was that animation fiasco that we've had that pretty much went crazy on X. Someone basically coming out saying that they worked for Dokkan, third party stuff. And if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, like I said, I'm going to have the article up over here where you can sort of check it out and read it yourself. And that's the full right there. But basically through this whole thing, it was, so this is the first part, this is both parts that they had from this whole literal like confession exposing whatever that this necessarily was. And throughout this whole thing there was a lot of red flags for this and stuff, and I'm not going to get too much into detail because I really don't want to give it that much more time, because it seems that this was pretty much fabricated, because that's the tweet now. The tweet has been deleted. And if you're like, oh, this could be anything, bro, like, I don't know what you talking about over here. This right here is the link to the tweet. This was 4 days ago. This was legit. It's got the check mark on it. You click that.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
And you can't find it. I was on my own account on X and I had people sending this to me, like Mega Nice and stuff like that, were sending this to me. And while I was live on stream reacting to it, and I was like, oh, this could be bad, but this is also a situation that could be true for other people, but not just this person. It could be fabricated. So the fact that this has been deleted, and I don't know when it was necessarily deleted, it could have been deleted like shortly before I even started recording. It could have been deleted a day ago or whatever it was. I hadn't checked it for a good little bit because I wanted time for it to marinate to see what necessarily happened, what transpired from basically the allegations that was necessarily dealt to Dokkan from that article, right? So seeing that and seeing that it has basically just been deleted only gives me two necessarily things from this one. Either they were contacted, whichever way they were contacted, and it just basically blue pill, red pill here. It's either you got contacted for the negative reasons and they were like, hey, you need to take this down, or legal ramifications is about to be happening. Like you about to get hit with some hard truths right now, and you probably gonna have to pay money and maybe even see some jail time for all this that you've been talking about over here on X, spreading these lies, these rumors. Or they were contacted because, well, it was true, and well, they signed and settled in an agreement outside of court, and one of those sort of check marks that needed to be done for this was that he needed to take down all of these posts that he necessarily had from this one, and that was that. Or like I said, this could just be something that was dummied, and even regardless, if Dokkan did see this, they would send the legal team over to them to get this off. Let's be honest, this is a company that said multiple times and stuff like that for animation things and yada 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 about if you see people doing this or doing that, trying to send it to us so we can do something about it. Remember that? Yeah. So this could have been a situation where, you know, it was either for the good, this person, you know, maybe got their money and deleted it all, or this person got scared to get this off because legal actions was going to be necessarily dealt for the person. So that's how I'm going to see it. That's all I'm going to say for this one, unless some kind of more information comes out from this one, which I doubt at this point in time. That's where I'm going to leave that off at. And yeah, most people probably not giving it too much care. It's kind of probably realize that this was necessarily going to happen. So now let's come over here and talk about these two, because we're sitting here currently looking at
Nothing at all.
looking at our panel missions, and our panel missions have 2 more spots on it before we can get our last 9 of those tons of things. Tickets basically giving everybody in a chokehold right now of content that shouldn't necessarily be given out to us that we should already know by now. And it is these two easy A's here. Now, one of the big necessarily things is that, are they going to be joint together or are they going to be separate? That is the big sort of issue right now, because I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, they might just be joined together, even though last year I think they were separate. But some people are like, well, you know, Piccolo Gohan was together and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, this is true, but they weren't in the anniversary. So we have to pretty much figure out what's going to necessarily happen here. If they get incredibly stingy and they put them both in, man, that survey is just gotten even more beefier as we're talking. And like I said, where they get their easy A's, they either have to be basically extremely generational, like the 7-year anniversary LRs were. They have to be like extremely generational. Like either they're going to be two of the basically newest stackers, because what do we have? The Monkey Boys are stackers as well, if I'm not mistaken. Like you would have like almost a full team of stackers for a grade 8 power. Yeah, actually, I think you would have like grade 8 power would have a full stacking team at this point in time. So maybe that's the case here. We still don't know what's going to happen because it's so much content was not delivered to us in this sort of. I don't even know if, I mean, I know it's an anniversary, but it just doesn't feel like an anniversary. But for the sake of everything, because it is 11th anniversary, during this whole anniversary, it just felt like so much content was necessarily plucked away because they wanted to go back to the 2-part system. And instead of giving us a buttload of part 1 and a buttload of part 2, they pretty much gave us bare minimum. And that's pretty much it. And I knew that's what was going to happen. As soon as Omasu utters the words, more content, yada, yada, I knew immediately that they were bullshitting. And most people picked up on it at that point in time. Like, oh, y'all bullshitting. Like, y'all ain't got a lot of content out of this one. And it basically shows, I mean, the fact that they talked about the whole new game mode, which I still haven't made a daggone video about, but the new game mode was basically supposed to be in the anniversary, not in the anniversary, and held until February. Excuse me, not February, but March, mid-March, bro. It's like we knew at that point in time that this ain't it. Basically, this ain't it. Like they have to be generational for the sake of generational for another, I guess, good spot that we can have out of this anniversary, because there hasn't been a lot of good spots besides the units. There hasn't really been a lot of good spots. The fact that these guys went over and showed us. Hold on, let me go to it. So this new event that we got out here, this pretty hard event. They tweeted this out while everybody was waiting to see when we were going to get the 8th anniversary Easy A details. Like they ended up tweeting this out and saying, "Oh yeah, this is how many people's, you know, this is how many people has beaten each boss."
Nani? Cut that bitch off.
at literally 4 a.m. in the morning today, 4 a.m. in the morning, only 172,000 people at the time that they stopped the counting to do this post had beaten Omega Shenron. I beat Omega Shenron. So that means 172,131 other people can sit in the stadium and say, yeah, I beat Omega Shenron too. Look at the drop off, dog. Look at the drop off. Not even, first of all, not even 1 million people. Do you know there's more than 1 million people that play this game, right? You know that. This is a reason why I say that the Dokkan YouTube community, you don't realize like how many people actually play this game and just don't play at the level that you play it at. Like this is why I say this, because they just exposed that. Like there's a lot of people, there's millions of people that play this game, by the way. Fucking millions. So that, like, you're factoring the fact that there might be people that haven't even got to this stage yet to even attempt it. And then also the people that are new that was seeing this event and was like, "Ooh, let's run this event," got in with their probably either free-to-play team or just started Dokkan playing team, went in, got to loot first, and was like, oh no, this is too hard for me. No, this is a hard event. I got to come back to this event. They didn't even beat it.
Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
They didn't even beat the first boss. And then some people was like, bro, some people got to Metal Rildo and said, hold up. Nah, I'm good, bro. I already know what's in store for me. I already know what's in store. Because you got to think, there's a lot of people out there, a lot of people that do not play this game the level that we play it at. Okay? There are so many people that don't know that there's a Dokkan wiki to look at everything. There's so many people out there that play this game blindly. So you introduce them to the world of Dokkan wikis and all that stuff, to see and everything. Do you know how much more of a drop off this probably would have been for people? Like, wouldn't even got to that. They wouldn't even played it. If a lot of the people that are like probably walking around going, man, this stage in Red Zone is still extremely hard to me. Woo, boy, I can't contend with it. Do you know if they seen everything that we see, all the calculations and all that stuff, they probably would be like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, what is this game? No wonder it's so difficult. Like, it's insane. The fact that they thought this was a flex on how hard this, which by the way, it is hard. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's not hard. It actually is pretty hard. I got sniped a couple times on the grade 8 baby because I didn't realize, because I went in blind the first time, didn't realize that he could super attack 3 times. And then there was one time there was user error. That was me. I literally exchanged to Vegeta, popped his active, and didn't switch him back on his next turn coming in. He got popped for 600. 55%, he got popped for 600. I can't remember if he had, I want to say he didn't super attack. He might have super attacked and still got popped for that. He might have super attacked and still got popped for that. But regardless, that was user error for me. I should have switched back to Ultra Instinct Goku. That's my bad. That's on me. But the fact that you get to like hear, and again, you have to remember, there's orbs in this that you take damage from, AoE super attacks, all this stuff. Like, bro, people were like, man, I'm not doing this shit. Like, I'm not doing it. Like the drop off. If you can't see this, if you think, and I'm talking directly to Bandai right now, not you guys, not you, okay? If you think that this was legitly a flex, then you are out of the loop. You do not know ball anymore for your community whatsoever at all. Like, it's not like, let me put it this way, because a lot of people get bitchy and whiny about it and think that when somebody says something about it, it's coming from a bitchy, whiny standpoint. It's not coming from a bitchy, whiny standpoint. This is a mobile game. Yes, there are needs for hard content for people who want to face hard content and beat the hard content, right? But there's also a margin of people that don't want their content to be, oh my God, level content, like where it's so hard and it's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I got to take like 6 or 7 damn tries just to beat this. I got limited stages on how many times I could do this a day. It's already hard enough. Why are you giving me limited time? Like, there's so much of the factors that go in, and I'm cool with having like 2 or 3 in-game level content of hard. But the thing about Dokkan is that for some reason they have this fixation. I don't know who the fuck they listening to. I don't know who they, literally, I don't know who they're listening to. But genuinely, they have this fixation on making everything extremely hard. And I'm sitting here like, bro, first of all, if I summon on the new LRs for an anniversary and this event comes out during the anniversary, like, it's supposed to be able to showcase this is a hard event and these guys dominate, I shouldn't get sniped. I shouldn't get clipped at all for any of those events. Like, if I just got the new units, they shouldn't be getting clipped whatsoever at all in the new hard event. That should happen like months later when it's like, oh, they can slip up and get clipped. Not immediate. That tells me as a player, as a content creator, that you were actively trying to make there be a gap from units that are new and also the new hard events be not as close, or not like where the new units just go through and steamroll all of the new hardest content. You want it to be like hard content, new unit, where there's a little gap in there where they can still get beat up. That's what you're telling me. That is what you're telling me. And to me personally, that's not how you sell a unit. I'm sorry, that's just not how you sell a unit. You don't give the unit crazy dumb animations, all this good stuff in, and to be like, okay, here's the event right after or right when they're coming out that they can go in and get beat up. That's like, bro, like you just gonna like all you've done collectively during this anniversary so far is, again, make that survey even more beefy. If I don't see a survey at the end of this, then I know you're aware. You are so aware of what's going on that you hiding. If I don't see a survey, because I'm gonna be honest with you, the survey, it's not gonna be pretty, but it's not gonna be filled with a bunch of cuss words or anything like that, because that's not how you're gonna get their attention whatsoever at all. It's gonna be constructive. I can tell you that. There's gonna be some points. There's gonna be some bulletin, but there's definitely gonna be more bulletin points than Goku got, than Blue Goku got. I'll tell you that. So I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they thought this was a flex whatsoever at all. I truly don't. But I like how, bro. Like look at everybody. Like everybody down here it's memes, bro. It's memes. Like what the fuck? Like what are you doing? Like where are the easy A details? Like what are you doing? Nobody wanted to see this, bro. And then everybody's like, bro, ain't nobody trying to play that like that. Like do something. Like you see it all down there that I'm scrolling. Like ain't nobody like going like, yeah, man, I beat Omega. Woo, woo, woo. I'm one of them people. Woo. Like ain't nobody doing that. Like nobody. Like you don't like what is going on? Like you don't know ball anymore. You don't. Confused, man. I'm genuinely confused on this. I can't believe they literally thought this was a good thing. I really can't, bro. I'm going on too much. This whole anniversary is immediately at the bottom of the anniversary list, in my opinion. The only good things was the animations, and only the part 2 animations were extremely phenomenal. And then part 1 animations they're still good, but they're nowhere near. They're literally nowhere near each other. Like there's not even a debate whatsoever at all. Literally wild. Let me know in the comment section below. Are you one of the 172,131 people that, again, I'm not counting myself in this. I already beat it, so I'm taking myself out of this one. Are you a part of the others that beat Omega Shenron or not? Other than that, let me know in the comment section below how you guys feel about everything. Have an awesome day/night. Stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.